But speaking of facts and bragging, Bruce, when you're working on your bits and you're coming up with your premises, how do the jokes come to you?
Mm-hmm. Well, again, usually it's what I've experienced. Joey said it before, too. You know, I may have not gone for the couch on the street, but I've got the mother-in-law, the mother, the parents in Florida, you know, with the early bird specials and the complaining and so on and so forth. So, you know, it's life, you know.
And are you guys, Mandy, are you getting the stage time like Joan says a comedian needs? Do you guys feel like there's enough outlets and on Long Island, and are you taking advantage of them all?
There's a huge comedy scene on Long Island, and there's probably maybe 200-300 comics, and it's actually very competitive out here. I had no idea it's something underground, and then once you get into it, you realize everybody and their brother is a comic, and everyone wants stage time. And
oh
me
man,
and
you
Bruce,
should have been in the early '90s. You'd get into a cab and he goes, "I'm a stand-up too," and you're going, "What the?" You know, you dry cleaner. I stand up too, and stop being a stand-up.
but yeah, it's hard to get people out. It's a good time though.
Because you have bringer shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and even if you're just promoting, you know, they want to make sure that you have some friends. I think sometimes I get picked just because they're like, "Is your husband coming?" I'm like, "He's got to work tonight, you greedy."
He's a big laugher, but come on.
They just know he's a warm body. And
There you go.
fill a chair, you know. So it's all good.
So what do you guys, in just in your brief time doing this, what do you think you need to do to start to really move forward in this industry? Besides being on Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up, by the way. Saturday nights, baby. No, but what do you guys think? What's your plan? What's the game plan for moving forward, moving up?
Well, one of my goals for this year, for the new year, just as an individual and then as a comic, I want to read more because I'm like, there's so much material and there's so much jokes. And my husband's like, well, history is not funny. I'm like, yeah, but if you find something funny about history and you bring them through history with you, everything is funny.
Everything's funny.
You just have to present it the right way. So I do want to read more, get, you know, bigger vocabulary, more words and more topics to, you know, joke about.
The more detail you can bring into a joke, the funnier it is.
Yeah, yep.
Instead of saying China, if you said Waterford, China, you know what I'm telling?
Right.
That boom, boom.
Yep.
That is funnier. The more details you can put around the joke without words.
That's what exactly
but
what I say.
details.
Yes.
Then it's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bruce, what is your plan? I mean, are you hitting the stages? What do you got going on as far as this?
I've been doing some open mics, which, you know, it's good just to get out there, just to meet other comedians. But my big thing is trying to write more. But as I've been told, you know, less is more, basically.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm learning some good things tonight.
Do you tape yourself?
Yes, yes. And thankfully, my wife is actually a very good critic. Obviously, she is not a comedian, but at least she'll tell me right out if I basically sucked or I'm good, or, you know.
You need someone with an honest opinion, or else you're going out with hack stuff, though.
Yeah,
you need someone, you know, my husband's a critic, too, and I thank him for that, because he's not like, oh, that's funny, go say that in front of strangers.
Your spouses are the hardest, okay? This just happened the other day. My wife won't laugh at anything I say. So, a long story short, there was a post on Facebook, and it was about a taco place in the neighborhood. And people were saying that, have you been to taco, whatever? Nobody smiles. Nobody's happy there. Nobody's this. Nobody's that. And they were bashing Taco Joe's, I'll say it. They were bashing Taco Joe's. And so I posted on the site, you know, I noticed that my garbage men don't nod when I wave to them, you know. And I know one guy's holding his nose, and I wrote a joke about it.
Yeah.
And when I gave it to my wife to read it, she thought my friend Anthony wrote it. She was hysterical laughing. And that's out of her character. So I said, I wrote it. All of a sudden, she's like, you're a jerk. It's only funny if someone else says it. Like I could, yeah. It's the same thing with stuff around the house. I mean, if I hang a TV up, you know, if I say Tom help me across the street because Tom does that, then it's perfect. But if I say I hung up by myself, it's, you know, she'll get a measuring tape out and fix it. So
husbands are never funny.
The bottom line is spouses are very hard to in comedy, especially comedy. They're not gonna.
But I just appreciate realistic feedback. You know, I don't mind constructive criticism because, you know, sometimes it hurts, but at the end of the day, I know I'm going to be better for it, you know.
I think both of you guys are doing great and kicking butt here on Grimace Pressure.